Frank, I think I've hardly met a Barcelona fan that likes Ronald Koeman. Is the criticism justified?
Well, again, as Jurgen said, you don't have a possibility to make your team better because you lost two of the best players you could have. If you consider that Klinsmann is one of the top players in the world, which I think, and even if he lost the confidence that he needed to show his talent, but when you lose the skipper, then you lose some of the players because of injury or because they left the club. It's hard to pretend to do something that the fans are looking for. You don't have the squad to be good enough to compete in the Champions League. You have young kids, and then you have players who are maybe a little bit too old to be effective, like they used to be. So you have to break everything. It's like building a wall with very fragile stone at the bottom and put long, heavy stones on the top. You're going to collapse. Your wall's going to collapse. You have to break everything and restart from scratch. How long it's going to take, I don't know. Koeman, is he the man who can sort the problem out and build the right wall? I don't know. He knows the house. Will he have some time to do so? I'm not sure about that.
When do you talk to Barcelona fans?
Well, you know.
I've been.
I thought you were going to say, when do you have friends?
I've never seen a Barcelona fan around here.
He goes out, searches.
You know what I mean? So, two things here. Barcelona are not in the conversation for this competition this year. They'll probably get to the knockout stages and then they'll be knocked out. And secondly, Ronald Koeman's a dead man walking.
You think this team would be better with a different manager?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I don't think...
You hesitated a little there.
No, I think there are many, many better managers than Ronald Koeman, and I think for that reason, he's a dead man walking eventually anyway. He's just keeping the seat hot until they make that decision. Let's be frank about it.
And if you want to look at a player that is symptomatic of what Barcelona is right now and how difficult this transition and painful this transition is going to be, you look at Sergio Busquets. At his very best, the best player in that position in the world, no doubt about it. But now he's been asked to do a different type of job. And if Barcelona doesn't have the ball, then Sergio Busquets loses all that efficiency and that effectiveness because he doesn't control the game. And now he has to chase around. And to see him today trying to keep up with Leon Goretzka or keep up with Thomas Müller when he floats into those spaces or Kimmich running by him, it's painful. It is very obvious to see that that's not going to work. Right. And when you see that, that's on a small picture, on focusing on one player, but then you can say that about many players and many areas around the field. The difference is too big between Bayern Munich and Barcelona.
Should we maybe actually talk about the team that won?
Sure.
A little bit here. Frank, as far as Bayern Munich goes, I mean, we talk about City, we talk about Chelsea a lot as Champions League favorites. They've got to be right there in the discussion, certainly after how they look today.
Of course, they've always been. The team is even stronger than last year with Sabitzer coming, Upamecano. I think some players are left, but I think it was the right time for them maybe to leave. But I think Bayern is back to the race to win the Champions League if they left at some point. But they complete everywhere. I think I never seen Davies as strong as he is right now. He's unstoppable. Lewandowski still fine, everything, perfect for him. Even when some teammates hit the post, he's always there to finish the job. In the middle of the park, they're so strong, and they seem so solid at the back. So yes, they must be named the contender and the title contender for the Champions League. That's for sure.
Craig, who stood out to you today from Bayern?
Davies. I think Upamecano, but it's hard to judge because of who he was playing against and the way they played. But
imagine us saying that.
What?
Yeah. Just that it's hard to judge because of how they played against Barcelona.
Yeah, it's just the way. But whatever came his way in Sula, they handled it well, big and strong. I can't say Manuel Neuer because he didn't have anything to do. But I go back to Frank's point. I mean, the way Lewandowski has started this season again in terms of his goal scoring is quite unbelievable to see the guy still have that hunger to go and smash more records. And the way he reacted to that ball that came off the post was just You know, we talk about great goals, but the reaction, just to have a natural striker still sharp, just to react in a split second and toe poke that into the goal, fantastic.
You know what was crazy about Lewandowski today is that he scores a couple of goals, and to me, one of the most impressive things about Lewandowski was the 92nd minute. They're winning 3-0. It's easy, as comfortable as it can possibly be. The ball pops out to the right-hand side. It seems like it's going out of bounds, and Lewandowski, from a central position, sprints out to go get the ball. Almost as if to say, 3-0 is not enough. Let's go for 4. Let's go for 5. And that's a mentality that you see from Lewandowski, and really you see across the board from Bayern Munich. That is the difference between what Bayern Munich is, what they pretend to be, what they're going to be this season, and what Barcelona are right now.
And I think what we should realise as well is, I don't know what the guys think, but I think they're only going to get better because let's not forget, Julian Nagelsmann is only just a couple of months in there. So even you're still learning about your players because you're seeing them day to day and you get to know them even better, and then you get to know your squad even better. And then, so he's building an understanding of just how everything's going to work and all the pieces of the jigsaw. And for him, I think he's going to get better in terms of his team selection as we go forward.
Speaking of getting better and better, one of the Lewandowski goals comes off a rebound from Musiala's shot. Jurgen, this kid, every time, it's a greater and greater impact when we see him on the field.
Yeah, and how many times we talk about Robert Lewandowski. It's just, as you guys said, I mean, he's just hungry. He always wants the next one. And he kind of teaches that to everyone around him, you know, that there's always the next goal to go for. There's always the next moment to go for, the next trophy to win. And that drives Bayern Munich. They are just hungry for trophies all year round. And the way they supplemented their roster now, Upamecano from Leipzig, now Sabitzer from Leipzig. Sabitzer, who's kind of filling in a little bit for Thomas Müller here and there. Maybe he gets a bit tired here and there, but he's still going on like a young kid and still scoring. Then you see the competition between Gnabry and Sané and Musiala for basically for 2 slots, 3 players that are, all 3 of them are outstanding. Lewandowski, the goal-scoring machine, and then you have 2 midfielders in a 6 and an 8 role with Joshua Kimmich and Leon Goretzka, that are just going non-stop and on a very, very high aggression level that intimidates the opponents. So all they did, you know, was they have now a team with, I would say, 14, 15, 16 starters basically on the same level, on a top class level. And it's going to be, I mean, it's going to be very difficult for any German team to beat them in the Bundesliga, but then also for the other Champions League teams to compete with them.
But that wasn't a test for Bayern Munich.
No, not today.
And that's
a training match, right?
That's the sad reality. That wasn't a test. So we're still with a lot of these teams at the guessing stage is how strong are they going to be against the other teams we perceive that are going to be fighting all the way at the end. You know, PSG, City, Liverpool, maybe one of the big Italian teams. You know, Juventus are struggling a little bit at the moment. But that wasn't a test. That was a walk in the park.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.